Water signs, does one of your friends have a crush on you? We have Jupiter expanding your fifth house of romance and of creativity. So yeah, it could be a collaborative kind of thing with friends that is going to be expanded this week. And I say that because the water carrier represents Aquarius, which is the 11th house by association, and that is the area of friends. It's sort of treating everybody in humanity as equal. Therefore, it's not quite the romantic kind of vibe that you would expect to get from the fifth house. So this is interesting. It's friendship, it's romance. It seems that you might get an offer, emotional sort of reach out that you are not expecting at all. And so it could be a friend who sees you in a completely different light and you had no idea. Or it could be the suggestion to collaborate on something creative that you didn't really see coming. Now, it does feel like you have actually gotten yourself already into quite a calmer space than you used to be in. You've left a lot of turmoil behind. And so that might be coloring your thinking this week. It's like, now what do I do? Because how do I balance out this situation? Because I am already in a much more balanced state, and this is kind of throwing up something new that could unbalance things. And really, you're being asked, well, this seems to be you on your throne, King of Cups. This is the water sign king, which is you, obviously. And this is all about sitting in your power and being very emotionally grounded so that you can give and receive love genuinely and openly. But there seems to be some lingering issue here. You've moved away from something in the past. It feels as though you want to leave it there. And this is why the sort of weighing this up seems to be, it feels kind of problematic even. You have also found your balance. You don't want to be pulled out of balance. Now, the energy for you to lean away from is standing in Queen of Wands energy. Now, the Queen of Wands is an object of desire. It is somebody sexy, attractive. So if you are striding around your friend group, flirting with everyone, not a good idea, because you might be giving people the wrong impression. Alternatively, you are being urged not to be in the negative aspect of the Queen of Wands. Now, that is selfish, it is greedy, it is vindictive, demanding. It's sort of a big bravado covering a lack of genuine self-worth. Anger, jealousy, low confidence, selfish, all of those things are the negatives of the Queen of Wands. She is the drama queen, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, not acting with integrity in a particular moment, shall we say. So lean away from embodying that kind of energy yourself, imperious, high-handed, really careless with other people's feelings and considering yourself high and mighty. That's not energy to lean into this week. Instead, you're being urged to lean into this friendly love situation. Now, this is caring genuinely for friends. It's celebrating joyfully with them. It isn't necessarily romance, because typically this represents a love triangle, which most people would choose to avoid. But in the positive, most benign, and you are being urged to lean into this energy, so let's look at it that way. It is a joyful celebration with friends, partying, community, circle of support. It feels like telling someone, if they do come in offering you love because they're seeing you in a completely new light, this is sort of like telling them you treasure them as a friend and a friend only. But let's see what the Cosmic Pep Talk has for you about this topic. Okay, so this could also be a friend who you have been estranged from coming back around, maybe with an apology. So it doesn't necessarily have to be fifth house of creativity and romance. Fifth house is actually opposite the friend's house as well. So to me, that is sort of saying the opposite of a friend, if you like. But it was a past friend. So here we see there may have been a misunderstanding, two sides to something, and maybe you do get to see a situation from another person's perspective this time, and it just gives you a new understanding and maybe helps you towards forgiveness in some way. there seems to be some issue here that could be able to be resolved now. Power over difficulty, also reclaiming your power, especially if someone in the past made you feel less than, and they might be coming back to even things up, to make things right, if you like. Just get that balance back in order. Whatever it is, it seems to have triggered immense growth, either in you or the other person or both of you. And if you look back on a particular situation, you may see how far you have come. But if this is happening in real time, be sure that if you are feeling challenged, you will gain immensely from this with your personal growth. So try and look at things in that light. Okay, let's get 3 cards to sum up. This is a bit of an unusual reading, this one. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, so this might be a bit of a tough situation. You may feel like you've been carrying the burden on this. It might have been a weight on your mind for quite some time. And you might have felt quite alone with your burdens. And here we have the Strength card, which says that you have addressed this. You have been doing the hard yards. You are strong as a result, but it's sort of like, oh, really, did I have to go through that? And there is this element here of guarding yourself. So if this is someone who has wronged you, this reading took a real tangent. If this is someone who has wronged you, don't be too quick to rush in and accept them back. Don't be high-handed or imperious or take revenge. That's not the right thing to do. That's not the best course of action. Remember the 3 of Cups, which is extending the hand of sort of friendship and joy and reconciliation, I would say. That seems to be your best direction. But this is about guarding your own sense of stability as well. So you've worked hard to maybe get to this point of feeling stable, and this person coming around, whether it's romantic or friendship, it just does feel like it is, it could pull you out of balance. And you've already, been so strong, you've done all this hard work, it's like, can I go back here? So that seems to be your question for the week, my darlings. More questions than answers. Unfortunately, I'm not taking bookings for private readings at the moment, but I do hope this reading has helped you find some perspective. And as always, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.